Does Canada have freedom of religion? Apparently not. American Christian worship singer Sean Foyt, pardon me if I have that pronounced wrong, came to Canada to sing Christian worship music. And was he welcomed with open arms? No. All 6 of his venues were cancelled. The city of Vaughan, Ontario cancelled the event on the basis of health and safety, as well as community standards and well-being. Parks Canada in Halifax and the city of Charlottetown cancelled on the basis of public safety concerns. Moncton cancelled because apparently he didn't comply with the city's code of conduct. And Quebec City cancelled because he was controversial. Was he doing anything illegal? Nope. Was he doing anything hateful? Nope. He and his fellow Christians were just trying to exercise their right to religious freedom, and these cities and municipalities decided to bow to anti-Christian bigotry. Could they have allowed it to continue and have law enforcement supervise the protests? Yeah. Let's be clear though, the threat to public safety came from the protesters and the hateful backlash, not from the event themselves. What makes this whole situation even worse is a church in Montreal is now being fined because they had the audacity to open up their church to host Sean Foyt, and they didn't have a permit. Since when do Christian churches need a permit to worship? The city of Montreal was trying to say it was a concert. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever been to a Christian worship service before, but there is a very fine line between a concert and a Christian worship service. You could say that a concert happens every Sunday. There's a band on stage and there are people singing every week. Does every church in Canada need a permit to do this now? This church seriously needs to take the city of Montreal to court because this is a huge violation of civil liberties. Protesters ended up throwing smoke bombs into this church that was hosting the event. Like, these people were just trying to sing songs. Here's the thing too. It doesn't matter if you agree with what he was preaching or singing about. In Canada, we have freedom of belief, freedom of expression, and freedom to worship how we want to. So if you're trying to argue that it's right for him to be censored based on any reason that you disagree with, you have automatically lost the argument, and you are automatically the fascist in this situation. Imagine this in any other situation. Say a Muslim man comes to Canada and protesters throw smoke bombs into a mosque, and then the city fines the mosque. You think that would happen in Canada? If you don't think there is institutionalized anti-Christian bigotry in Canada, then you have your head in the sand. What has happened over the past 5 years? Over 100 Christian churches were targets of arson, many of them completely burnt to the ground, and there was barely a peep about it. The Prime Minister at the time, Trudeau, said that the anger towards the churches was understandable. Imagine if this happened to any other religion. There would be full-on investigations, and there would be widespread public outrage. The absolute double standard is alarming. Honestly, I think Christians in Canada have learned to put up with a lot, and it's made people think it's okay to walk all over them. I seriously hope that this comes to a turning point, because where does this lead? Will it soon be illegal for Christians to exercise their religious freedom because Christianity is deemed to infringe on other people's rights somehow? Is that where we are headed? Honestly, I don't think I want to know.